was late. That's a bit disrespectful if you ask me. A man should never be late for his own death. But better late than never, I suppose.
Trov number 9, nonetheless.
11mm climbing rope. 1,100-pound breaking strain. No room for mistakes in my business. Not unless you intend on doing a stretch. That's why when I hit, I'll make it look like something it's not. An accident. Or in this case,
Wait.
suicide.
Don't do this. Do you know who I am?
Yeah, I know you are, mate. It's 25 grand. That's it, let it out. I don't see him as a person. I see him as a brand new bike. After a hit, I'm really psyched up. Getting rid of all that tension can be a problem. Some blokes have breakdowns. I break people.
Mr. Fallon? Oh, God, I hope you're not here.
Right so, Spencer's 50 sheets. Why don't you and your mate take a break? Good lad. This is the Royal. A detestable den of absolute filth. This is where the dregs and lowlifes come to drown their sorrows. Oh, look at these scumbags. There's only one thing these lot are good for. And that's a good old-fashioned beating.
Oi, fat boy!
That's some sort of accent? Or is your mouth just full of spunk?
Fucking what? Knock him out, bazzer! Come on then, you cunt!
This gaggle of scum are nothing but a pack of street fighters. No technique. And I don't just fight people anymore. I fucking destroy them. Cheers, love. Help me through my PMT. Here you go, mate. PMT. Post-murder tension. It can be a riot, bitch. there are pubs for musicians, lawyers, bankers and builders. This door, although it doesn't look like much, is the entrance to my local, the Oasis. This is a pub for hitmen, a watering hole for predators.
How's it going, Colin? All right?
We're in the business of taking lives, and business is booming. And like all the locals, we have the regulars. This is Carnage Cliff. He's also a killer, but opts for the more brutal, butchering them with an axe style. Cliff's been driving Scotland Yard crazy for years. There's a fine line between a hired psycho assassin and a serial killer. There's not much call for his style these days except for the odd example killing. But he's still one of the lads.
Evening, Cliff.
Meet Poison Pete. He's a filthy little runt who takes keeping himself to himself to new heights, and yeah, you guessed it. He poisons people. Nobody really likes Pete because he's got a vocabulary of about 12 words, and well, look at him. Can't say I'm a fan of his style. It's simple, effective, yeah, but fucking spineless. Apparently even his parents hated him, so much so that his only bath time toy was a toaster. But for our clients, it's the effective part they're after.
All right, boys.
Mick and Mac.
You tripping. What up, Mike?
Ex-Special Forces. Mac is British SAS, and Mick is a frogman from the other side. These guys are the best of the best, as highly trained as any soldiers in the world. They classed Iraq, Afghanistan and Syria as being on their ollibobs. They are bona fide war heroes, turbocharged soldiers of fortune. Well, when they're not bickering over whose nation has the greatest special forces, that is.
I'm just saying, we've toppled down more dictators than you've had hot dinners.
But nigga, we took out Bin Laden, Saddam, and don't get me started on Hitler.
Their tradecraft is second to none. Mick and Mac's speciality is making high-profile hits look like regular street crimes, the kind the police can't really be bothered with. The Special Forces bond is a unique one, something us normal folk can't really appreciate. And yeah, their views may be on other sides of the Atlantic, but they are opposite sides of the same coin. And as a team, they are borderline unstoppable. The murdering mercenaries.
Well, if my aunt had bollocks, she'd be my uncle.
What does that mean?
Michael.
Meet Jane the Ripper. Now her tale is as old as time. She was an American army brat, raised in Japan, hated her stepdad, loathed authority, and ran away from home at 16. She spent the next decade under the tutorage of a disgraced Ronin. But that's a story for another time. Jane lures in her marks in the most old-fashioned of ways. She gets them all hot under the collar, and when they least expect it, she unleashes the fury like a woman scorned. She's an expert swordswoman, and a right nasty bitch. The honey trap killing machine. There's a rumour going round that she keeps her male victims' nether regions in a trophy case at home. If that's true, then that is a shitload of cocks in the cabinet. All the lads would love to shag her, but we're all too scared we never live to tell the tale. Here we have Finicky Fred, nicknamed after his scrupulous attention to detail, his fussy way of life, his fear of social media and a tendency to only eat beige food. He picks his targets at random from the telephone directory. He's what we call a test pilot, trying out new and inventive methods of killing people. Most of Fred's inventions are complete shite. But in the late 90s, to hide a league match fixing scandal, he came up with an ingenious way to take out an entire football team. He's been dining on the success ever since.
Nearly poked me eye out there.
Who's up for it this weekend then, Fred?
Looks like it's a Mr. Dorset, 15 Rogers Avenue in Tooting.
Lucky man.
A slick new bike, Mike?
This is the landlord, our minder, the boss, Big Ray. He's a retired death merchant. Used to be a right vicious bastard, but he's happier behind the bar these days.
I'm glad to see that you've ditched that foreign shite, come back to British.
Mike's old motor was a fine piece of Italian engineering, Ray.
Fuck Europe. Up the Brexit. Best of British, mate. A triumph, in every sense of the word.
So what are you working on at the moment then, Fred?
Did you know that the anaphylactic shock is becoming more and more common every day?
Not really, Fred, no.
Well, I've been doing some research, and I've found that you can be completely non-allergic to something one moment, and then only a fraction of a second later, you can be severely allergic to it.
That's a bit like you, Pete, eh?
As in gravely allergic, like you will die from it.
As I think we all know what gravely means, Fred.
Well, one common trigger for this is a mere sticky plaster. It can be as quick as changing a plaster on a cut, and the new one will kill you.
Hang on. So you're telling me that you're going to kill people by putting plasters on them?
Exactly. I just got to do one more field test to make absolutely sure. That's where Mr. Dorset comes in.
You do know, don't you, that you're probably the last person on Earth that actually uses a phone book, eh, Fred?
I've never trusted the internet, Ray, you know that.
So basically, you're gonna weaponise bandages?
Yeah, the irony of it all.
Bollocks. It'll never work.
How much you want to bet?
100 notes, mate.
You're on.
Hey, Big Ray. What's the name of the hotel where the first Singapore sling was poured?
How many letters?
7.
Fuck off.
Yeah, that's 7 letters.
Come on, man, help me out with this. You know you love your Kindle more than your wife.
Yeah, well, that's why I strangled the bitch, innit?
Ah.
Charming, Ray. Maybe you can put your misogynistic tendencies aside for 1 minute and pour me my drink.
Mate, is it wrong? You want to get stuck in the chain?
It's not worth it, bro. Plus, you never make it out alive.
Don't know. That'd not be worth the crack. Hey, Jane. How much you charging these days? Offering any friends and family discount?
Are you insinuating that I'm some kind of a skanky hooker? Or worse, that we're friends?
All right, back down, lads. We all know that Jane is a lady.
Well, as stimulating as this is, boys, I'm out of here. Got a 10 o'clock banging shank. Y'all misbehave.
See you later, Jane.
Bitches, man. So, Mikey, you still dating that model chick?
On and off, mate, you know me. She's all right, though. 26, body of an 18-year-old, brain of a 12-year-old. Right up my street.
Oh, well, a little bit different than the last one, then.
Yeah, didn't she turn out to be a dyke?
Dyke's a bit harsh, Mac. We live in a tolerant society.
Oh, all right then. I'm a lesbian then. I'd fuck it.
Well, you'd fuck anything.
The one she left you for, mate. Was she the bloke in the relationship, or was it Beth? You know, because one of them always is.
I think it was the other one. What was her name again? Bob, something like that?
Charlie.
Charlie. There you go. Even sounds like a bloke.
Damn, you must have really pissed her off. She switched teams on the motherfucker.
Yeah, what you giving her? What you wanted, mate?
Yeah, all right, lads, give it a rest.
Well, like I've always said, women make you soft. Always remember the 3 golden rules. Never get angry, never get involved, and most importantly,
Never get cold.
well, I'll drink to that.
Ah.
Cheers, Rob.
Mikey, my boy.
And this is Milton, the most important cog in the machine. Milton's a born and bred New Yorker, but after seeing one too many Hugh Grant films, moved to London, and he's trying his best to be a foppish member of the Mayfair gentry. He's the firm's front man. He meets the clients and assigns one of us depending on the style of kill required. All the information we need is delivered to us in a KBD, a kill brief dossier. The kill briefs are delivered to us on an unfixed negative. Very Mission Impossible, I know. But before Milton came along, we had a manila envelope full of paperwork. Bit too easy to leave lying around for those less precise members of the crew. Not naming any names.
What?
We never know who the client is, and they don't know who we are. Keeps everybody sleeping better at night. And for all that, cheeky bastard takes 15%. Mind you, Ray takes 25. And nobody says shit about that. Everybody secretly wishes they could kill Milton. He's a little weasel. But house rules dictate that no one can touch him. It's a shame, really.
So, the yuppie job went down well?
Turned out he was, suicidal.
Mixing it up a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah, something like that.
And I had another job that just came in this morning, the Satanic Mechanics. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
They're a heavy metal band, apparently. They're going to be playing the next 4 nights at the mosh pit, and, well, they all need to die. You think you can handle it?
I don't see why not.
And what about the accountant job? It seems like you're falling a little behind on that one.
All good comes to those who wait, Milton.
Yes, but we don't want to keep them waiting too long. After all, we have our reputation to uphold, and these people can be a whale of a client.
Look, if they want it done quick, you can have cliff takers. If they want it done legit, like an accident, they just have to wait.
That's exactly what I told them. But as a little incentive, if you can get this job done by the end of play tomorrow, they're willing to double the fee.
Double the fee?
Yeah.
All right, see what I can do.
Marvelous. That's why you're the best.
Yeah, whatever, Milton. Probably say that to all the killers. There was a guy on TV the other night. Had a theory that nearly a quarter of all so-called fatal accidents were actually murders. That's ridiculous. It's only about 10%. For this hit, I'm using a CO2 gas-powered rifle, plastic tube 2 inches in diameter, polycarbon plunger filled with shards of glass, pinpoint accurate to 500 yards. I've been here every morning for the past 5 days, waiting for the right car to come along at the right speed and the right angle. Oh, here we go. Looks like I'll get my double price incentive after all. It only takes a metric ton of steel to sure ruin everyone's day. When the police investigate, they'll presume the burst tire was responsible because of the broken glass in the road. And Bob's your uncle. Another accident. PMT time again. It's not a good idea to make a habit of smashing up strangers in bars, so tonight, this'll have to do. Why can't I stop thinking about her? Let's get this out. Big Ray was right. I should have never gotten involved. She used to drive me crazy with all that eco, save the planet rubbish. Melting ice caps this, dolphin massacres that. 1 minute we'd be yelling at each other. And the next we'd be all over each other. I can't believe she left me for Charlie Adams and a minge.
One, new message.
Mikey, Milton here. Listen, I'm afraid we've got a bit of a hiccup. I'm swamped, so I'm going to need you to pick up the payment for the accountant job yourself. Drop-off will be at the back of the Odeon Cinema in Chinatown tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I'll see you at the Oasis, old matey.
You're good. Britannic mechanics are a bit of an acquired taste. Like someone else's vomit in your mouth. They can't afford the power breakers and have been stacking their amps and dropped the earth wire to kill the hum, increasing the risk of fatal accident. I don't know why the mechanics had to die. Could have been a bad debt, copyright disputes, or maybe someone just hated their god-awful music. After listening to 3 of their tracks, I'd have fucking done them for free. But as shit as their music is, for some reason it's reminded me of Beth. It's funny how seemingly everything can remind you of an ex. Milton must be letting his standards slip. A hired gun making his own cash collection isn't exactly protocol with our firm. But as long as I get paid, I couldn't give a shit. Guessing you come here to snuff me out then, right? Tie up some loose ends. You see, every day's a school day, and I'm always intrigued by what hurts. Painful? And what really fucking hurts. How about that? Painful? I don't think you really thought this through, did you, mate? So you could have easily perched yourself on top of that building over there with an M82 50 cal. Good line of sight, easy exit points. Or you could have rigged this whole place with C4. Got the job done shock and awe style. But no, you decided to surprise me on a not-so-silent motorbike, shooting off a close-range weapon in every direction but the right one. You didn't hit shit, did ya? You're a disgrace to my profession. What is that anyway? Southern style? Come on then, you little fuck. Listen, mate, I'm all for the extra training, but I don't think it's going to do much for you. That ain't going to help me much either.
You, Wilo. I tell you nothing.
Don't worry, mate. I don't want to know anything.
Hello?
The fuck are you playing at, Milton?
Mikey, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Guess what? Your double price incentive turned out to be a fucking setup.
What are you talking about?
You heard me. Knew something wasn't right with this. Who's the client?
I can't say, but my apologies. It seemed like a straightforward request.
Not from where I'm fucking standing.
I'm sorry, Mike. I'll speak to Big Ray. We'll look into it.
Yeah, all right, but you turn the price just quadrupled.
Well, I might not be able to stretch to that.
You better fucking stretch it or I'll stretch you.
Now, don't be like that. I'll speak to you tomorrow when you've calmed down a bit. Toodle pip.
Milton! Oh, you fucking little shit. I guess this guy shouldn't have entered the alley so fast. He lost control of his bike and broke his little neck. Pretty common accident with the youth of today. And as for that car with all the holes in it, well, what do you expect? I'm an executioner, not a fucking evangelist.
One new message. Mike, it's Charlie. Something happened to Beth. A couple nights ago, our flat was broken into. She must have walked in and surprised them. Mike. Beth's dead. You probably don't give a shit, but the funeral is this Sunday at West Him Cemetery. She would have wanted you to know. Press 2 to repeat. 3 to delete. 5 to call back.
I know you wouldn't want me to bring flowers, Beth. A flower out the ground's one less battling against greenhouse gases, right? I figured. Screw it.
You're Mike.
Guess you're Charlie.
I didn't think you'd come.
Thought I'd better pay my respects.
Well, from what I've heard, you never had any respect for anything. And you certainly never had any for Beth.
Oh, come on, that's not true.
Well, apparently you weren't really big on honesty either.
So what are the police saying? They've been anything other than useless.
Yeah, they found them. Dead. A couple of junkies. DNA was splattered all over our apartment. I guess the money they stole helped pay for their drug overdose. But there's something that you should know. She was pregnant.
You're talking about pregnant? Who?
It was yours. But we were gonna raise it as our own.
All right. Why's that then? So you could have your own little perfect lesbian life together.
And what would be wrong with that?
Nothing. If one of you wasn't my girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. And what would you have done anyways?
Well, I would have done the right thing.
The right thing would have been to leave us alone.
Well, there you go. I would have done the right thing after all, wouldn't I? Oh, who's this? New girlfriend, is it? Didn't waste much time.
I'm her sister, you dick. You were exactly how Beth described you. Clean up the fucking mess.
The prime suspects in the Beth Carpenter murder investigation have been found dead of a drug overdose. Brothers Craig and Hayden Sutton from North Acton both had a history of drug problems and long criminal records. They were found dead on Tuesday morning.
Couple of smackheads rape and murder a young woman, then turn up dead of an overdose. Very fucking convenient.
A police spokesperson said that Miss Carpenter had arrived home and disturbed a burglary in progress. Beth Carpenter, a well-known environmental activist, was the driving force behind the closure of the Bimeadow nuclear power facility.
She was a force to be reckoned with when she wanted to be. Maybe she pushed too hard this time. Yeah, it's me. I need to cash in that favor. The police dossier says the burglars free-climbed up the wall to Beth's apartment. No mean feat. Then at the window, they crowbar their way in. Not impossible, but not easy. Once inside, these two scumbags thought it'd be a good idea to spark up and smoke some more crack. And then Beth comes home and disturbs them. Look how beautiful she is. Then these burglars decided to have their fun. So they rob her, rape her, knock her unconscious, and then for good measure, repeatedly stab her with a bread knife. So these two drug addicts did all this for a few household goods and what little money Beth had in her purse. Granted, this thing happens a lot, but something doesn't sit right with me. Traces of sodium thiopental found in her post-mortem blood work. Says it was prescribed by a psychiatrist to treat the patient's pteromeranophobia, the chronic anxiety of flying. Fear of flying. Since when? This must have been a pro outfit. Sodium thiopental might be used to treat phobias, but in my line of work, it's more commonly known as truth serum. These guys made her sing like a canary. Then they slashed her up indiscriminately to hide the needle marks, and littered the scene with hair and skin samples from a couple of recently OD'd smackheads. This hit's got Mick and Mac written all over it. Fucking bastards.
Mikey? What you doing here, man?
Every night last night, was it? Look at the state of them.
You don't look too happy, Mike. What's up?
Let me take a wild guess. Beth Carpenter, found dead, raped, mutilated. Ringing any bells?
Sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Toxicology report shows traces of sodium thiopental in her bloodstream. Prescribed by some quack she never mentioned for a phobia she never had. But I happen to know for a fact that you two swear by thiopental.
Yeah, so? What are you trying to say, Mike?
So seeing as Beth was pregnant, there's no way on earth she'd risk endangering that baby by taking thiopental willingly. It was you two, wasn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Hey, it's all right, Mac. He ain't stupid. Okay, you got us. But Mike, it was just business.
Business.
Come on, man, what's the big deal? She wasn't your girl anymore anyway.
Yeah, you said yourself you were over that dyke.
You call her a dyke one more fucking time.
Mike? Mike. You need to step the fuck off. And we don't want to hurt you. We've been doing our jobs just like you done 100 times before. So stop acting like a little bitch and go home and watch some goddamn cartoons.
Yeah. I don't think the odds are in your favor anyway. Just like they went for that fucking dyke.
Shit, these boys are good. Best trained soldiers in the world, bar none. But I'm not an army man. And to me, these moves are predictable.
Okay, Mike. It's a big fucking deal, man. Why do you care so goddamn much?
She was pregnant, Mick. All right?
We didn't know that shit. Okay. All right, if it means anything to you, she didn't feel anything. That wasn't even our sperm. We found 2 crackheads, and we made them jerk off into a turkey baster, and we took that turkey baster...
Shut the fuck up! Mate, listen. If it makes you feel any better, you can kill my wife. She's been doing my fucking head in for years.
Mike, was that shit necessary? Could you just try to be professional about this?
Who's the client?
No, we never know that shit.
And who gave you the brief? Was it Milton?
Of course it was Milton. Mike, it was a stand kill brief. This was just business. And besides, you was already done with the bitch. You were already done with the young lady. Mike. You lucky I like you, man.
Do yourselves a favor, right? Stay the fuck away from me. Both of you.
Mick and Mac are right. They may have been the triggers, but they didn't point the gun. I need to find out who ordered Beth's hit and why, and only that little rat Milton can tell me that.
Not here, Mike. You're in danger of fucking up, my boy.
How's that?
Read this sign. Take a seat.
Where is that little fucking weasel?
What do you mind about Milton? I've just had a phone call from Mick. He's at the docks. Mac's getting his jaw wired. Feel free to jump in at any time and explain yourself. You seem pretty unscathed.
Well, don't bruise easy.
And you never did. It's never personal. You know that. Mac had a job to do and they fucking did it. All right, no questions asked.
Milton Island to take out Beth. Why the fuck did no one consult me about this? Did you know?
No. I'm just phoning out about this 10 minutes ago, and I'm far from fucking happy about it. But if you've got a problem with this firm, you come and talk to me first. How many times I told you not to get involved?
She was pregnant, right? The kid was mine.
Well, there's a word for that. Bollocks. It's not as if you two were playing happy families now, was it? You stop this right now.
What about Milton? About 2 days ago, he sends me on some dodgy back alley money drop. Turned out to be a fucking setup. Do you know about that and all?
No.
He's up to something, Ray. He's working an angle way below your radar. You're too fucking trusting to see it. Who's the client? Look, I'm gonna find out one way or another, so you might as well tell me.
You listen to me! There are certain things about this business that we must always respect, whether we like it or not. We do not ask questions about a client. Never.
Well, it's about time things changed around here.
Don't you disrespect me, boy! Now, you and I go back a long way, Mike. I know you're hurt. But you get your shit together, and you get back on board. Are we cool?
Not a lot of people know about Big Ray's secret boomstick beneath the bar. He wouldn't hesitate to blow me in two should I decide to take this to the next level.
Yeah, cool.
Now, I normally wouldn't take shit from anyone, but I can't risk being barred from the Oasis. In my line of work, that'd be tantamount to a death sentence. And like Ray said, we go back a long way. When I was 15 years old, life was shit. I had the loneliest, most underprivileged job on the planet. The paperboy. People call it bullying. I call it getting the shit kicked out of you by a gang of little wankers. Their leader... Romeo, the biggest bully of them all.
Give us a quid. I haven't got any money.
Give us a quid! Oh, hurry up! Come on, Fallon!
These beatings turned into a daily occurrence. I found myself running the gauntlet of chavs instead of doing the paper round. Nothing like some premium head shopping to escape a beating. What was this guy doing? From his entrance strategy, I was pretty sure he wasn't the gas man.
Right, there he is! Gonna fucking run again! What are you gonna do? Come on! Fucking do it! Oh, come on! Come on!
Now, I don't know what I was thinking, but I followed him. Who was this guy? Was he responsible for that explosion? For killing someone? I stalked him for weeks, in which time he killed 3 more people. One day, I plucked up the courage.
Excuse me, sir. I've seen what you do, and I need your help.
Oh, no. It's a wind-up, yeah? All right, then. What exactly you see me do?
Well, you kill people, don't you?
Mike Fallon. Who sent you?
No one.
Where'd you get this footage?
I filmed it. I've been following you for weeks.
Oh, following me? Weeks? Why? What is it that you want?
I need your help. I'm getting the crap kicked out of me every day by a gang of chavs. You kill people for a living. If anyone can help me, it's got to be you.
Are you taking the piss?
No, I'm not, sir. I think you're amazing. A genuine craftsman. I want to work on your surveillance detection skills a bit there.
Does anyone know you're here?
No. I swear.
No one. Swear. You got a set of balls on you, don't you? Come here. I can't have people knowing about my business, now can I?
Oh, Jesus! Oh! Oh, come here! Stay there.
If I'm not home by 6 p.m. tonight, my foster parents are going to find a copy of that footage with this address and a note telling them to call the police, because I've been murdered.
Bollocks. You're bluffing.
Maybe I am, but do you really want to take that chance?
Resourceful little bastard, ain't ya? A fucking good kick. Come on, sit down. So, let me get this straight. You want me to teach you how to defend yourself against these bullies?
No, sir.
Sir, you see, I like that. It shows respect. Brownie points there.
I want you to teach me how to kill them.
Kill them? All of them?
All of them. But Romeo first. He's their leader.
I don't see that's just smart, so it does. You take out the boss first, and the minions just seem to flutter away. You know, I suppose this is where I get to tell you that you remind me of me when I was your age. But you don't. You're short, you're ugly, you can't fight for shit. But there's something about you. I don't know what it is. Fuck it. You got yourself a deal. Have a look at this. Do you know the meaning of defenestration?
No.
Defenestration. The act of throwing someone out of a window.
It's that one up there.
Now I can believe there was an actual word for it. Look it up in the Oxford English Dictionary if you don't believe me.
Remember what I told you? Try to remember not to bottle it.
I knew that dirty little chav would take the bait. It was now or never. They say the first kill's always the hardest emotionally. But the truth is, I didn't really feel anything.
How'd you get on?
Defenestrated.
Defenestrated. That's great. But defenestration is the act of shoving somebody out a window, not tipping them off a balcony. Didn't do your fucking homework, did ya? You bring me back me tenner? Oh dear. Well, don't worry, you can always bring me back me 12 quid later, or 15 quid tomorrow. Do you get it? Do you understand? Good boy. Take your seat. What goes around, comes around. You think about any funny business with me, mate, I'll make sure the right people get those pigs, and I will fucking kill you. Got it? Good. What do you think about learning a trade?
Coming a Hitler?
Nah, no, that yank bollocks, mate. British, yeah? See, what I am is an assassin. And I'm offering you an apprenticeship. Only if you think you're up for it.
Turns out, I didn't want to be an astronaut after all.
Fuck yeah.
This is what I fucking was. Look at the supports out there. Like, so suffocating his own fucking under.
Over the next few years, Big Ray taught me everything I needed to know about the dark arts of his murder methods.
Nobody gets that anywhere near them.
Toxicology.
Shut a light like that, right? Nah, I'm only fucking kidding you, man.
Long-range weapons, short-range weapons, all sorts of weapons. Using an odorless accelerant to catch out those careless smokers. And he trained me in martial arts. Taekwondo, karate, kung fu, Muay Thai, you name it, we practiced it. Big Ray was tough on me, yeah, that's for sure. But iron sharpens iron, and now I'm as tough as nails.
Always remember the 3 golden rules. Never get angry. Never get involved. Most important of all, never get caught.
I've already broken 2 of them. And now I'm in danger of breaking a 3rd.
What do you want?
We need to talk.
I have nothing to say to you, so get lost.
Look, Charlie, I need to know what Beth was working on before she died, okay?
We were working on our future together. A future that didn't include
Yeah,
you.
I know all that, but what kind of environmental bollocks was she working on?
God, and you wonder why she left you. That environmental bollocks was the most important thing in Beth's life.
Not until you came along, eh?
And fuck you.
Alright, I'm sorry, okay? Will you just let me in for 1 minute? Charlie! It's about Beth's death.
I think there's more to it than the police understand. Just let me in, please.
Got 1 minute.
Your hair's different.
Yeah, it changes with the weather.
Maybe that's why Beth left me. I've had the same hairstyle since I was 12.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's it. Or the fact that you have a dick. So what about Beth's death?
All right, I'll get to the point. It wasn't just a burglary gone wrong. She was taken out.
What the hell does taken out mean?
You know, professionally, she was taken out.
What, like you mean the game show?
No, she was assassinated.
Why the hell would you think that?
Look, I know about this sort of thing, all right?
Okay, well, if you know something the rest of us don't, maybe you should go to the police and let them deal with it.
No, the police ain't gonna do anything about it. Anyway, we're better off keeping them out of it.
We? No, there is no we. Because according to Beth, you're just some city boy in the middle of the midlife crisis.
She never knew what I actually did.
Oh, okay, well, what is it you really do?
I'm a loss adjuster.
Great. Good for you. Why do I care?
I specialize in accidents, okay?
So you have single-handedly deduced that Beth was assassinated when all of Scotland Yard thinks differently.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, get the fuck out.
Look, I don't give a shit if you believe me or not, all right? But Beth was taken out by professionals. That is a fucking fact. She's probably sticking her nose in somewhere it didn't belong again, and this time they've hit back.
You're actually serious about this?
Like a midget in a nudist colony.
Okay, now you're just freaking me out, Mike.
Yeah. That's how I felt when you told me Beth was pregnant.
Okay, look, I'm sorry that you had to find out that way, but I didn't want you having anything to do with our child.
It wasn't your child, was it?
Okay, look, you were a shit boyfriend, and you would have been an even shittier
How do you
father.
know?
Because you're a selfish asshole.
Oh, here we go.
You can't deal with
We're gonna
the
start
fact that
banging on
Beth
about
left
global
you
warming
for
as well
another
now,
woman
are you?
Because you're a homophobic prick.
Whoa, hang on a minute. I haven't got a problem with lesbians and gays.
Well, lesbians are gays.
Whatever. I haven't got a problem with it, okay?
Okay, then what is your problem?
You want to know what my problem is?
Yes,
do you?
I want to know what your
All right,
problem
I'll tell you
is.
what my problem is. Beth's the only girl I ever really cared about. Christ, she's the only girl I never cheated on, for God's sakes.
Wow, good for you. Do you want a medal? Because that's all she ever was to you, was some trophy to add to your fucking collection.
Oh, like you can talk. You know better than me, you home wrecker.
Get out.
That was a pretty good punch.
I said, get out.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ, Cliff. You sent to take me out. Was it Milton?
Mike. Is that you? Is that mate?
Yeah, it's me, you crazy bastard. You almost took my fucking head off.
Sorry about that, mate. You know how it is. Once I flipped that switch.
You sent to take me out.
I didn't even know you was here, mate.
Cliff. Cliff! Cliff, you fucking crazy bastard!
Who is that?
Friend from the office.
Another loss adjuster?
Yeah, kinda. He's an assassin, alright? Like me.
What is going on? Mike, what the hell is going on?
I fucking kill people for a living, alright? It's not glamorous. It doesn't go down well at cocktail parties, but I like the hours and it pays the bills. Now, you listen to me. I need to know exactly what Beth got herself into, and I need to know now. Charlie, look at me. Whatever Beth knew, they think you know as well. You understand me? This guy came here for you, not me.
Okay. She was looking into this oil company where they wanted to drill in the North Sea.
Go on.
I don't know anything else. And I got her parents. Beth always used to back up her computer on her dad's hard drive. There's got to be some kind of information there.
All right, good. Okay. You get a taxi to Beth's parents. You stay there. If you hear anything, you let me know.
I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, me neither. I just killed one of my mates. How the bloody hell do I make this look like an accident?
What?
Never mind. Go on. Get out of here. Charlie, don't talk to the police. Screw it. Sorry, mate.
This is private club. What do you want?
It's all right, he's with us.
Not your usual hangout, is it, Fred?
There's a lot you don't know about me, Mike. My friend with the bike.
Where is he?
Who?
Don't make me do something I regret, Fred.
You want me to get rid of him?
Yeah, I think so. He's in the back.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, my job is so stressful. People I have to work with.
You've been ducking me, Milton. See, that's the thing about imported Russian muscle. If you want to knock them out, you've got to hit them fucking hard. Preferably with something metal and heavy.
Hey, you don't want to do this. You know the rules.
Rules?
Yeah.
No. You don't get to talk to me about rules. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't laid a finger on you. Yet.
Well, you're jeopardizing your own position. Don't be a fool.
Oh, dear. I've only gone and done it, haven't I?
You know what? It was a mistake, and no one has to know. You know, just between you and me. Just Jesus Christ, Mikey, stop it!
Now I can live with the fact that you still haven't paid me for 2 jobs. I can even live with the fact you sent me on some bullshit money drop turned into my own assassination attempt. But the fact that you knew a hit had been put out on my Beth and went ahead without consulting me first. Oh, Milton. I'm fucking struggling with that one.
Look, these claims, they're preposterous. I mean, I had no idea that the drop was rigged. It was a legitimate request.
Oh, just a coincidence, was it? Since when have you ever sent one of us to pick up the money bags anyway? It was a fucking setup.
Oh, poppycock! Oi, what happened? Where am I? Oh, Jesus, it's you. Why don't you just tell me what you actually want?
I want to know who paid for the hit on my Beth and why he took the fucking job in the first place.
If I had to discuss every job that came across my desk with the hired help, do you actually get around to killing anyone? Oh, Jesus Christ!
You ever heard of the term bastinado, Milton? It's a type of torture derived from the Italian noun bastinata. It means to stroke with the use of a stick, usually the soles of the victim's feet. Who's the client?
I can't really say.
The next one will break bone, you'll never walk the same again. The one after that, you'll probably not be able to walk at all.
Okay, wait. It was another accountant. He was a city boy, you know the type.
His name?
I don't know. It was Ken. Leonard Ken.
Who does he work for?
I don't know. I swear, I don't know. We used encrypted emails.
Are you holding out on me, Milton?
No, I swear I'm not. In the immortal words of the late Winston Churchill, this is a riddle, wrapped in a mystery, inside of an enigma.
Well, riddle me this then, you little twat. How important is it to you to be able to walk again? Eh?
Well, then go and do it, all right? But you will never work in this city again. Big Ray will hunt you down, and he will tell you.
Fuck it.
What you done, Mike?
Nothing for you to worry about, Fred.
I've been on the phone to Ray. He wants you to come with me.
Well, what are you gonna do? Cut me and stick a plaster on it?
If I have to.
We both know that ain't gonna happen, Fred.
This is tried and tested.
Tell you what, you like a gamble, don't you?
Yeah?
Alright. I'll flick to a page in your phone book. If the name in the top left-hand corner has 5 or more letters, you can take me to Big Ray. If it has less than 5, you let me go.
as long as you don't tell him.
All right. Night, Fred.
Hello?
Mike, it's Charlie. I've got Beth's hard drive. It's loaded with stuff. You really need to see this.
Where are you?
I just left Beth's parents. Can you meet me at the bus stop at the entrance of Lumstead Park?
Alright, I'll be there.
I don't give a shit! This film's on its last legs because of you.
It was a high six-figure deal, Ray. I had no idea they would change the terms.
You do not get to make decisions without talking to me first. Do you understand that? Look at the state of you two. You can take down legions of Iraqi soldiers and fucking Taliban ragheads. But one bloke from the wrong side of the river gives you the right royal dusting. What kind of special forces are you?
Well, you trained him, right?
True.
Look, Fallon's gone berserk. He's a loose cannon, and he needs to be shackled.
Shut it! You run off your mouth far too much today. Right. We've just had word that the police have recovered Cliff's body, impaled on his own axe. I think it's clear to all of us who's to blame. Ordering the Cliff? I have made a very difficult decision tonight. You all have a new mark. Mike Fallon. He's crossed too many lines. He's proven to be catastrophic for business. But more than that, he's gone and killed one of us, one of you. So you'll be doing this one for free.
Do we have to?
Yes, you fucking have to!
Will you be joining us, boss?
Don't be stupid. I ain't killed anybody since the Olympics. But if any of you fuckers let me down, I might have to rethink my retirement.
So it'll be just us five.
Fuck me, it speaks. Actually, it'll be the four of you. Jay, I need to go to Twickenham.
No,
7
that's
o'clock.
bullshit. I went in on Fallon.
You do as you are told. The safety of the client is your priority.
A little kill proof from him for.
What?
He said, is there a kill brief on him, boss?
No, mate, there is not a fucking kill brief on him. But if you need one, it's Fallon. Go fucking kill him. End of brief. Write it down if you need to. If he gets to the client, this firm is fucked. We are all fucked. So we end this before he can do any more damage. Understood?
Suppose so.
I've been on a bus since I was about 16. So what did you find out?
Well, Beth was investigating this Indian energy company, Hancock Petroleum. Ever since the BP disaster in the Gulf of Mexico, oil companies haven't exactly been in favor by many governments.
Hang on a minute. Since when did the government care more about the environment than making millions?
Since an environmentalist became prime minister. I take it that current events aren't at the top of your reading list, huh?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, anyways, in the last 6 months, something changed. I mean, out of nowhere, Hancock got drilling rights to the coast outside of Northumberland.
Beth got all this information from an inside source. This accountant named Archie Rudd. Rudd was feeding her all kinds of information, including emails from the corporation to the Prime Minister himself, threatening him, right before they were going to go public with it. Archie just stopped responding to her.
Yeah, still waiting for the money on that one. Archie Rudd, my double price incentive.
Wait, that was you?
No.
Okay, well, it seems like he has a partner in the firm.
Leonard Kent.
Yeah, how do you know that?
I have my ways.